It would work how I want it to work. Well, congrats, Bob. And yes, you need to make a decision eventually, so I'm glad you made one. Greatly dislike having to do this part right here. Oh, that's deceptively bad. I didn't realize that. All right. Now, if I've done that, I'm gonna have to deal with this. This being a train station that loads things. And that's as close as that's gonna get. If this were here, and it is. Well, I'm impressed, idiot. You didn't get yourself stuck. I want to meet somebody who lives here. Yeah, I got my K's open. Occasionally I do something with them. They're a good place to hang out. I saw McIntyre got number six in the world records. Number 12, I can't remember. Speed runs. Good for him. Leave that idiot alone for a little while. Well, isn't that interesting? That's about as close as that can get. Something seems off here. This ain't gonna work, is it? Nope. Need you to be at least 1, 2, 3 farther away. All right, now that's one train. I don't think I can fit another one in here. Well, if these weren't here and I were providing power some other way, that doesn't work. If this were here, would these reach? No, they would not. But it wouldn't matter, because I could do that. Oh, that was interesting. So you could go here. That would go there. Now that satisfies that entire iron patch because I can get 2 out of this. This is 8, right? Yep. Now talk about these overly long underbelts that don't need to be this long. We're not going to talk about that. Now, assuming we do something here. We don't really have room to move this stacker, although we'd like to. We could put this stacker right here, which is a fair bit away from where we need it, but we don't really have an option to put it somewhere else because there's stuff and things in the way. How much stuff and things? That's only 1. That's not a lot of stuff and things to lose. So if that were to continue straight, then that wouldn't be there. But it's not like I can put a smelter in that space anyhow. But I could put a smelter in this space. And I could put a smelter in this space. Now, I can barely put a smelter here, but it doesn't work well with the fact that I've got to go there. So now if I were to put a smelting array here, Is there any chance that I can make this corner? Yes, I can, as a matter of fact. So that's a possibility. So this is obviously all going to change. Because we're not going to run these holes through that. Although that'll stay there. Just probably going to be a different intersection. It'll probably be a T-junction this way and then turn. That doesn't mean I need to turn right here. I could extend this higher and then turn it later. Because if I put that T-junction here, it's going to be too tall for what I've currently got laid out. So that can go somewhere up there if I need it to. Now, assuming this is moved, this would end up going somewhere along here in order to be able to give me the opportunity to do that. So I need to get the full field for this. I don't want this anywhere near me. Oh yeah, 827, 128. 872, 128. 1,000, so it's more belt. 164.59. More belt, more underbelt. And it doesn't really give me what I want. Not sure what to make of that. But I'm going to go with this design even though it's not the best. Well, if I move that down there, what if I push this south here? Because this isn't here anymore. So if that's not there anymore, how much space does that give me to do things? Because if this goes like this, it fits. I think it fits this. I don't know that it matters. That doesn't work. I need to anchor this off of the front, not the sides or the back. Oh, I have a kitty cat come to bug me. Hi. All right, that's good enough for that. Now this track is going to go this way, and then it's going to turn and split and do all these fun things. Plenty of space to do these stuffs and these things. All right. So I need some room for the belts. If I point that thing to the top, then I can put this and this. But then I got to find a way to get through there. I'd rather do it this way. I'd rather squeeze it in here. Now, if it is squeezed in here, I got this conflict of getting the rail through. Because the rail's going to come through, but that means I've got to underbelt a bunch of stuff. And I've got to get these to come south. Good. I can do all this. Then I've got to get you to do some sort of mambo thing here. How many need to come down here? 2, 4. So you need at least this much space. Hello, Mrs. Evil SWAT. Welcome. How are you? I hope you're having a good night. I might have put this in a little too close here. We're going to delete this and just try again. Well, Cities of Earth is... You want the full, huh? Well, I'm going to be talking for a while, so smoke them if you got them. Cities of Earth is a mod that redoes the way the surface of the game is created. So the basics of it is a guy called the Adler took a satellite image of Earth and used a program to create a map that Factorio could understand. And so every time now Factorio is trying to draw a piece of the surface, it uses it as if it's a map of the Earth. And I have taken the full satellite and split it into different pieces. So you can play on the whole Earth, or you can play on just the Americas. This is just what I call Old World, which is Europe and Russia and China and Africa and Australia. You can play on just Africa. You can play on just Europe. You can play on just the United States. So that's the territory or the terrain part of it. Now, we do nothing with biters and we do nothing with resources. So those are all generic. You can do whatever you want there. In addition to that, because the size gets so big, I added the concept of a thing called a teleporter. And a teleporter is basically a special building that when it's powered, you can teleport to another city pre-designed. I laid out the cities in advance. You can teleport to another city instantly. So if I were near one of these buildings and I clicked on it, I would have a map of where I wanted to go. And so then I could go over to, say, London if I had applied power there, and I could just, bing, I'm there. Now that's really handy when you're building things over here in Saudi Arabia. You don't have to take a 2-minute train ride. And that's why I did it, was to save time. I didn't want to have to ride on a train all the time, and I wanted to have all these dispersed things. I called it Cities of Earth because I wanted to have the distributed cities. In addition to that, I then added in the idea of what if the rocket silo was pre-placed, like as a scenario sort of thing. So I have a mode in the mod where you click on this checkbox or you drop down and you say, okay, I'm going to play in Europe, and I want the rocket silo to be pre-placed in Prague. And I want my starting city to be in Prague. So then everything's nice and neat. You just build around, it's kind of traditional. But you can't build a rocket silo until you launch a rocket from that rocket silo. But you can also spice it up by saying, okay, I'm going to play in Europe, but you can randomize your start city and the silo city. And you have to go find the silo city and launch a rocket from it. So you're on sort of a hunt, if you will, an egg hunt. You can also tell it to pre-place a rocket silo in every city, and then you have to, in order to win the scenario, you have to launch a rocket from every city. So, like in the in the whole world thing, there's 50. In the United States, I think there's 48 because I left off Alaska and Hawaii. In Europe, there's 41. So you have to go beat the biters, build an infrastructure, ship the stuff to the rocket silo, and launch the rocket. And then when you get them all, because there's a list, if you were playing with them pre-placed, there would be a long list of all the cities, and it would show you which ones you'd launched from. So that's the long story. There is also a multiplayer version, which is co-op. Resources are at max. Density is at max. It started as a rail world, and then I cranked those 2 sliders all the way up. Yeah, just like the moon, Bob. Just like the moon. Thank you, Evil. I appreciate the kind words. We're going to send this happy idiot onto a long walk. Unfortunately, there's no short piers. Oh yeah, Evil. It's on the mod portal. Just hit exclamation point COE there in chat, and you can download it. It'll take you right to the mod portal. You just use the default settings and it's playable. I've tested that. Yeah, the other ones have been whatever so that you can't use them. All right. So this one is going to be this. And Evil, if you have any questions, yeah, ask away either now or in my Discord. You can hit exclamation point Discord, and you can always just ping me with questions there too. So I can't put this here because there's iron ore there. I so much appreciate that the game does not move your cursor when you zoom in. That is so fantastic. Where you zoom in is where it stays. I love it. Well, the tongue doesn't have a dermis, Bob, and so there's no the nerves on non-dermis cells are less dense because there's more taste bud sensories than there are sensors. Hi, kitty cat. Oh, my cat is wound up. Woohoo! Wait a minute, something's wrong. I can feel it. Oh, wait, no, it's not. Well, Bob, it's also like that one meme or whatever that's around the world that goes, you probably can feel your tongue against your teeth, or can't feel your tongue against your teeth. And now you've tested that to see. All right, so if that's there, unlikely this will turn into a four-way anywhere. Wait, that doesn't need to be a T, it just needs to be a corner. And then it's a T. And then it's another T. And then it's straight. Oh, I can't have those there. I might have just screwed up my signals. Scheißen. Interesting. Such a mess now, I can't tell what I'm doing. That track isn't going to be there anymore, but this track is. But that's not what I want. I don't want that track there. So if this goes up here, I need it to turn here, continue straight there. So it is going to be a T, but it's going to be a T in this direction. And then I think it's a corner. And if it was a corner here, yeah, that's fine. I think this is where we have to neck it down. All right, well, let's build it and see if it works. Where the heck am I? Not where I want to start with. I think the only thing you had for me that I wanted, I mean, you have some rail. So I'll go down and get that rail and then lamps. But then I'm going to send you on your way in case I need more of these. Well, probably not lamps because... oops. I doubt I'm going to be doing things with... I mean, that new layout doesn't even support lamps, which I'm kind of sad about. Is there anywhere in here I can stick lamps? The answer is pretty much no. No, you can't. All right, so you go back. I'm going to go up here. Hi, baby cat. That's quite an aggressive meow you got there. I'll be back in a moment, folks. all good, Bob. Oh, I didn't want to kill that tree. Yeah, I wish there were ways to control bots better. Things like clear site prep only, and destroy or remove things only. There we go. We lost one thing, but gained a ton. I have a hard time believing that's going to power anything. All right, well, I'll have to wade into this though to be able to get my superstructure in place, but that's what I got to do. Oh, I totally didn't connect this. So we're going to do this differently then. Oops. I have to be careful and review all of these signals. Like this one that can't be a rail signal. It's got to be a chain. Everything inbound here has to be a chain signal. I'm lucky those were there. I think I've got a furnace place that I can dump some in. What? Oh, you took away all my chests. I don't see chests.